Hello, I'm Lizzie and this is Lizzie Reads, and welcome to my weeks 2 and 3 reading vlogs for RealmAthon, because I didn't seem to vlog very much. All the links are for the relevant stuff is in the description, and I hope you enjoy. Finally finished The Lost Hero and the ending has me hooked. So I finished The Lost Hero. I read most of it last week and just had to finish it up today, and I gave that 3.75 stars and used it to deplete some points, which is pretty good. I buddy read it with Becca. The intrigue just wasn't as there for me in this one. It might potentially a timing thing, but also the lack of Percy Jackson in this one. But also the ending was pretty good, so I did quite enjoy that. But I'm moving on to read It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, which again is for my romance project. So there will be a vlog, another vlog where I talk about it in much more detail, but I'm just letting you know that I'm reading it. So I'm on my lunch break and I just sat and read Snot Girl Volume 3 on Scribd. And I just don't know how to feel about it. It's so all over the place, but I'm intrigued to find out what on earth is going on. But there's no Volume 4 just yet, so probably was a pointless read. But another one for the realm. So since we last spoke, I haven't actually updated you a whole lot. Yesterday I read and finished It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, which I loved and gave 5 stars. I thought it was a really, really good romance book. I really enjoyed it. Oh no, I think I gave it 4.75 stars. But that'll be in the contemporary romance vlog. And then I listened to Barbarian Mine, I think, which is Ice Planet Barbarians Volume 4. The fourth in the series, which was good. It was interesting. I just really enjoy how easy they are to read and the plot, and they're quite fun and they're just so nice and easy, and they work really well because I'm in Escana, so I get an extra 10 points. I haven't worked out my points for any of them, but I know that I got 8 points for It Happened One Summer, but I'll get plus 10 because it'll be Polar Fantasy, Ice Planet Barbarians. But I don't know what I'm going to read this evening, or if I'm going to read much this evening. If I do read anything, I'll probably read Ice Planet Barbarians 4.5, and then also I will read, I might start some of the Tea Dragon Society graphic novels. I'm just really in a short mood. I don't feel in the mood to get sunk into anything huge and massive, so I'll probably read something nice and easy, or maybe I'll read the Bromance book club, but we'll see. Once again, I don't know when the last time I updated you was, but I'm just sitting down now to start work for the day. And before I start, I just thought I'd let you know that I finished Barbarian Mine, which is Ice Planet Barbarians 4. I still need to read Ice Planet Barbarians 4 and 4.5, which is the novella. So I'm going to listen to that whilst working today. And also, once I finish that, because it's only 50 minutes long, I will start listening to House of Earth and Blood. I was going to, no, I don't know actually. I'm still undecided if I'm going to do a separate reading vlog for this. I have literally no expectations. I have no idea what it's about. I don't know anything, but I am really intrigued to see how I get on with Sarah J Maas, so maybe I'll let you know. I'm hoping to read that in the entirety of this vlog, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get through this quite easily. I know it's super chunky, and I've heard that there is a bit of a slog some of the way through, but I'm kind of hoping I'll get hooked on it. But I'm just really, really, really nervous. But first of all, I want to make some progress in the Bromance book club, because the late night crew have been reading this. They all finished it now, but I'm still gonna check the Discord when I get to certain points. But I want to start reading this whilst I'm on my breaks. Yeah, I don't know a huge amount about this, but I will be reading some of that physically. hopefully. I don't know. My reading's all over the place. Somebody help me. So I finished the Bromance book club by Lyssa Kay Adams, and I really liked it. It was fun, it was interesting. I mean, it wasn't great. Some of the characters were a little bit annoying, some of the plot points were a little bit annoying, but overall I had fun, so it's definitely a win for me, I think. Just like as a fun fast-paced romance, but nothing to sort of write home about. Hello my loves. I don't know when the last time I spoke to you was. I don't know what the last book I finished I told you about was, but I'm going camping. It's bank holiday weekend, it's Good Friday. Me, my boyfriend and some friends of ours are going camping, kind of near to us, and yeah, I probably won't get a huge amount of reading done, but I have brought 3 books with me. So I started, if I haven't said anything, I can't remember, I've got Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie, which is the Addicted Calloway sisters, the first book in that series, which is supposed to be really good. I'm enjoying it so far. It's for the romance vlog. But I also bought Verity by Colleen Hoover, and also The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling, because I wasn't sure if I did manage to finish it. I did have some time to read, if I would want a thriller or a romance book. But I also have on my iPad, I have downloaded a fair few Kindle Unlimited books. I've got the Tea Dragon series, and also I've got some more of the Ice Planet Barbarian series, because I've been reading that series this month. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to like a weekend away. It looks quite nice at the moment. We're going to be camping, so it's going to be nice and fun. So I probably won't talk a whole lot, but I'll try and update you when I can. Literally bought so many books. Hello, so I'm back from my weekend camping. I had the best time. As you can see, I got quite a few clips, but I didn't do any reading. I did do some book shopping, but I think I'm going to do a mini haul for a video just coming up, like just something new to upload. I did have a lot of fun, but I didn't read a single page while I was away. I took 3 books with me, but I didn't read anything. Basically what we did was we got there in the afternoon on the Saturday, and then we went to the local pub for a few drinks, and then went out for some food. Yeah, we went for some food, and then came back and had a fire by the tent and had some drinks. And then the next day we went to Dover, which was really nice, and we did some really nice walking, like up on the cliffs and looking at some battlements and forts. That was really cool. And then in the afternoon we went to Canterbury Town Centre and had some food, did some shops. That's where I got my books, and then had another evening at the campsite with some drinks. And then this morning, which is today, I read some, and I didn't read anything. We went for a little walk in a nice place nearby, and then drove home. Thankfully it was nice and close. You can see it's very sunny this weekend. I'm a little bit red-faced. Good morning. But yes, I'm starting week 3 and I've been in a bit of a slump. I've read like 23 books this month, I think, like 20 something books this month. But I did finish yesterday, what's the book called? Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie, which I thought was really good fun. But yeah, more on that in the romance vlog. And I did also this morning pick up and start, so I did do some clips of that, of me reading the first 3 and the only 3 that are out in the Tea Dragon Society books so far, and they were really cute graphic novels and earned 11 points each for Ascana, so pretty good going, to be honest with you. But I'm just not sure what to read next because I've got the second in the Addicted series arriving today, but it's not going to come till later, and I just want to read that. Like, to be honest with you, I just want to read that. So I might not do any more reading until that arrives, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'll update you. I've got about 30 minutes left on my lunch break, and because I wasn't sure what to read, I thought I might try and get back into Only a Monster by Vanessa Len, as I started reading this the last week of March and then put it down for RealmAthon, and I thought, as I've only read the first 100 pages, I definitely could pick it back up and I still sort of remember where I am. So that might be a good one for me to get into. Hello. So my lunchtime's nearly over, so I've just come and sat upstairs so I can update the vlog and then get straight back to work. But I managed to read just under 60 pages of Only a Monster, and it's surprisingly easy to get back into and just so fast paced and just easy to consume, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I've noticed recently that I've actually been really enjoying my fairy picks and the YA picks because they're just so easy and fast to read, and when I'm in a fantasy mood but I just can't begin to sort of sink myself into a deep adult fantasy, this has been working out very well for me. Yeah, so I've just been reading that, but I'm going to try and listen to Ice Planet Barbarians 4 whilst getting some work done this afternoon. I think that's the way my afternoon is going to go. Change of plan. Ice Planet Holiday is not on script, so I will not be able to listen to it. I'll have to read that one in ebook before I can continue, which is annoying, but it's okay. I think I'm going to listen to Winter's Promise by Krista Bose instead. I know this is book 1 in the Mirror Visitor Quartet. I know that Jade and Cassidy love this. I don't know if Becca's read this. I have to message her. But I know that they loved it but hated the ending, and that makes me intrigued. But Cassidy gave it 4 stars, so it's Cassidy fave, so get more points. But also, it's a Polar Fancy, so I would get extra points that way. So I'm going to try and listen to that, see how I get on. If I have to just soft DNF it, then I will. So it is Wednesday, and I have done a little bit more reading. I didn't finish anything else yesterday, but I am now up to page 276 of Only a Monster. I didn't really say what this was about yesterday because I did start this before the readathon, so I started this late March and I just put it down for a couple of weeks. But it is basically about this teenager, and she finds out that she is a monster and monsters are real, and basically they can travel in time by taking time from human life, which she finds obviously quite abhorrent, to steal someone's life to travel in time. Someone who she sort of like has a bit of a crush on, who she works with, she is on a date with him, and sort of there's this big sort of catastrophe involving monster families in London, so, and it sort of spirals out from there. But it's very interesting, and it's very very fast paced, which I'm really enjoying actually. I've noticed recently with some of the fairy books that I have picked up, I just really like I'm enjoying reading YA because at the moment I really do love fantasy, but I am just struggling to sort of pick things up, like some longer novels up. So what I have been doing is reading more of my YA Fairy Loot picks, which have been good, even though I have cancelled my Fairy Loot box because I prefer the items in the Luma Crate box. But it's just been nice to just find some like quite easy reads. So I finished Only a Monster earlier while I was on one of my afternoon tea breaks, and I thought it was really good. I'm torn between like a 3.75 or a straight 4 stars. Mainly just the only thing that's holding me back is that I felt like at times it was a little bit all over the place, and like it wasn't like very well, like the pacing was just a little bit off for me. I did really enjoy it, and I did really enjoy the characters, so like on a enjoyment basis I would probably go a straight 4 stars, but there were just a couple of things, and the fact that I put it down for 3 weeks, but then once I picked it back up I was really intrigued, so I don't know, but I'm definitely very excited for the sequel to come out. Hopefully it comes out soon because I really want to read it and see what happens next, so I suppose that's a good sign. Now I've got a whole evening of reading ahead of me, and I'm not sure if I'm going to try and read and finish Ricochet by Krista and Becca Ritchie, or if I'm going to read some Heartstopper. Probably try and do a bit of both, so we'll see. Hello, so I am reading Ricochet. Is that what it's called? No. Ricochet, just Ricochet, by Krista and Becca Ritchie, which is Addicted Book 2, and I'm actually 168 pages into it. I'm finding it really compelling and easy to read. It's a lot slower, even though it's super fast paced. It is a lot slower because, spoiler for the ending of the first book, Lily and Lo are currently separated. They've spoken one time in this story. It's very like meandering, and it's almost more about like Reich and Daisy. I'll get onto that in a minute. And also a little bit of backstory and like progression. Definitely could have been like a couple of, so far what's happened in it could have been shortened. And also Reich and Daisy make me deeply uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure from what I know of the series that Reich and Daisy are together in later stories, in one of the Calloway Sisters novels, but and that's fine. I know that there's like a 5-year age gap or whatever, it's fine, but obviously I'm assuming that is later down the line and not currently. She's literally fucking 16 years old, he's 22, and the things he's saying to her, and they're like, oh, he's just like trying to make her uncomfortable. I'm sorry, no, 22-year-old man should not be talking about a 16-year-old losing her virginity. I really just, it makes me feel sick. They literally, like, if they wanted to do this relationship, they literally could have just aged her up, like, because she acts like a almost 18-year-old anyway. Like, she's definitely a teenager, but like, God, they could have at least aged her up, at least. Make me feel a bit vom. It's definitely not, it's not good. It's not good. And the annoying thing is, aside from that, I do really like both their characters, and like, it could be really interesting. So I don't know if I'm just gonna like, we're gonna be doing some sweeping under the carpet, girls, I tell ya. I finished this earlier today, and I didn't realise the reason literally nothing happens in it is because it's a 1.5 novella. It's quite long for a novella, so I thought there'd be a bit more story to it. There's not quite so much story. Obviously it was written after, I think, but I did really enjoy it, and having ordered the next one, just the Daisy and Reich stuff really was put. Now I'm going to be spending my evening the right way, reading Heartstopper. So last night I finished the first 3 volumes of Heartstopper again as a reread, just because I was just super excited for the show to come out this morning, and I'm very happy with that decision. I've left volume 4 for after, just because I think once I finish the show I'll kind of want like a bit of a like Heartstopper fix. But it is 8:02 and the show's just come out, so I'm going to try and watch an episode before work, and yeah, with a cup of tea. Oh my god. Hello loves, I just thought I'd let you know that it's Sunday and I'm in town. Well, I've just finished shopping. I haven't updated you in a couple of days because I haven't really read anything. I think I've last time I spoke to you I was watching Heartstopper, and then I finished Heartstopper and then watching it, and then I read the last volume. Got the most delicious bubble tea ever. Came shopping for birthday presents. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if any of this even, but I just went shopping for birthday presents and ended up buying 5 books. I haven't even read anything this weekend. Whoops. Chin chin. Thank you so much if you made it this far in this chaotic, just a bit weird of a mishmash. Yeah, so thanks for watching and I'll speak to you again soon. Goodbye.